People who have used a bar's safe word or secret drink to escape a bad date. What happened and how did the staff handle it? 1. In a time before the safe word existed, I was on a terrible first date at a bar. The guy was super handsy and would not stop touching me. I excused myself to the washroom and an angel of a bartender came down to check on me. She had noticed I looked uncomfortable and asked if I needed help. I said yes and she left and told the guy to pay his tab and leave because the date was over. She was a legend. 2. Somewhat unrelated, a buddy and I were out for drinks and two people were clearly on a date on the stools next to us. She went to the bathroom and a minute later my friend elbowed me and pointed at the lady's glass, where a pill was dissolving. We had a discreet discussion about the best way to deal with this. Take him outside or tell the bartender. We told the bartender and she quickly tossed the drink and went to meet the woman in the bathroom before removing the guy from the premises. The woman was terrified and there was no calling the cops because the pill was gone at that point. Down the drain. I have never been much of a fighter but still wished we had done more. 3. Oh, this happened to me but not the way you think. The wife and I thought it would be fun to try the role play of pick me up in the bar. Smooth Me ordered her a drink from across the bar. She eventually came over and we chatted a bit, and as we were starting to leave, the bartender checked to make sure she was okay with me leaving with her. Yeah, he is my husband, he just has bad game. Respected that bartender though. 4. Mid-80s, I went out with a friend of a friend. We went to the drive-in movies. It was at the time that the new Orange Slice came out. He had an opened can and asked me if I wanted to taste it. I said no, but he kept on badgering me to try it, so I did. One small sip. The next thing I knew, I was waking up. I knew something was not right, so I told him I had to use the restroom. I walked in and my eyes were red. Not bloodshot. Not pink. Red. I could not get anyone to help me. I had to get back into the car with this guy and have him drive me angrily to my brother's apartment. For a family emergency. I had used the payphone to call a friend who was not home, and that is when I came up with this plan. I was 17. It was terrifying. 5. It started off like any other awkward first date. Small talk, drinks, nothing too weird. But halfway through he leaned and smiled and said, if you ever ghost me, just remember I am really good at finding people. My stomach dropped. I laughed it off, excused myself and went to the bar. Told the bartender I needed an angel shot with a twist. He did not even blink, just gave me a quiet nod and walked away. A minute later security showed up and asked the guy to step outside. Turns out he had a knife on him. I still do not know what would have happened if the staff had not stepped in, but they handled it like pros. I went home shaken but safe. 6. I worked at a nightclub where the women's restroom basically had a panic button. It got a lot of young women out of some bad situations. 7. A guy was groping girls and all I did was point to the guy to the bartender who knew me and said,